Okay? How did Christ love his wife? Sorry, how did Christ love the church? You can see why I got confused. He died for her. He bore her sins, climbed on the cross, and bled for her. All of her sins he wore as his own. And he did it deliberately, with full knowledge of what it would cost him. Let me tell you what a husband does. A husband works. A husband provides. A husband takes the blame and the guilt. A husband does not leave his wife out to dry in public. If there are two people who can take a hit, husband and wife, guess who takes it? It's only one. It's the husband. Do you understand me? What does God require of you? To lay down your life for your wife. Do you understand that? To sacrifice yourself and everything that you do for your wife. You sacrifice your Xbox. You sacrifice your income. You sacrifice your game nights for your wife. Under the Lord Jesus, she is your number one priority. What did Christ do for the church? He gave himself up for her benefit, to make her holy, cleansing her by water with washing, by washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church, without stain or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. You are to act like Jesus. Your wife's state, her spiritual state, her physical state, that is your number one priority. It comes before you every time. All the time. Every time. If it's not clear, I'm going to say it again because we're guys and we're thick. You put yourself out for her. She comes first. If there's any conflict between what you want and what she wants, guess who loses? You do. You are to act in your wife's best interests in absolutely, positively everything you do. You are never, ever to be violent with her, or I will find you and I will make you wish you had never been born. Now let me remind everyone here of the marriage vows that appear in the Anglican prayer. Not that it's the Bible, but if you get married in a church, in an Anglican church, we say something like this. And I use my vows with men. I dare take you, men, to be my lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, from this day forward, forsaking all others, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. This is my solemn vow and promise. Now, both parties say this. But dudes, this is what you say. And this is what you keep. Better, richer, and health may or may not come along. Just so you know, I can guarantee you sickness, poorer, and worse. That comes in spades. Better, richer, health, yeah, maybe. Get that into your head now. Because if you go into a marriage expecting it's all going to be rosy, it's all going to be easy, you're going to find it really, really hard. Guys, I mean, not like I look after my body, but you guys look after your body, so look after your wife. And I love that Paul just drops that little line in there. He's going on, he grabs Genesis 2, drops in and says, oh, by the way, this is talking about Christ and the church. And the people who got that were like, seriously? What? What he's saying is that marriage is an earthly picture of the heavenly reality between Christ and the church. Not that we will be married to Jesus, because that would be kind of weird. But what he's saying is that the perfect marriage, which doesn't exist, is an imperfect picture of the relationship between Christ and the church in our submission to him and his self-sacrificial love for the people of God. Is that clear? There are two things I want to talk about briefly here. This is a very, very big call. When I first became a Christian and I came across this, like, oh wow. I seriously thought about staying single. I seriously went, this is so big and such a big deal. I don't know if I can do that. became obvious pretty quickly that singleness was not for me. But this scared me. The responsibility for husbands and fathers is big. It's massive, and do not underestimate. Second thing I want to say is it's a quick application for you guys and girls. This actually makes it a little bit easier to choose a partner. My theory is that any Christian man could marry any Christian woman, provided they're not married to someone else or closely related. Right? That doesn't make it a good idea though. Just because it's possible doesn't mean it should happen. When you are checking out a potential life partner, here's a couple of things. Guys, is this the chick that you're going to get out of bed for at 3 in the morning to change a dirty nappy on your youngest child? Okay? Would you be willing to change jobs, move house, or, horror of horrors, watch movies with an atrocious British actor? Would you do that for her?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
He's also Australian, but anyway.
But he has a British accent.
He does.
He does a lot of that.
Will you give up your Xbox for it? Or WoW account? If you can't see yourself doing that, move on. It's not going to end well. So move on. Also, is this someone who could do a good job of submitting to you? Okay? I don't say you're looking for a doormat. But is this someone that everything's an argument? That's not going to go too well, just saying. It's, you need to be careful about the person you're looking at. Because you guys are rapidly moving into the marriage territory. Guys. Yes.
Did you say marriage territory and then say golf?
No. I just made
That's what I heard.
I started to say one thing and then everyone gave you a hard time.
I was thinking about Talis. Congratulate you.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 years!
Okay, now girls, if you're looking at dating a guy, is he someone that you could submit to? It might take a bit of work, but is he someone that you respect enough to say, I think it's a bad idea, but because you think it's a good idea, I'm going to back you on it, and then not tell him for the rest of your life, I've told him about it. Okay? If you can't do that, if you can't see yourself doing that, it's not going to go well. Second thing, is he gentle? Does he show love and care? Is he self-sacrificial towards you? Doing things that you want to do, not just the stuff that he wants to do. Does he do it because, whatever, but, I'm willing. And I'll have a real bash at this, even though I think it's a bad idea. Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.